following program is sponsored by PokerStars.com. Last season on the big game, Phil Helmuth found himself a new foe.
It's the businessman.
Let's do some business.
And Bill Perkins put the poker brat on tilt early.
I guess you're an amateur, so.
You're a professional. I know you're very proud of that.
And often.
This mother.
You may be able to push other people around, but not me.
This week, these two old friends renew acquaintances.
Unreal. My time's coming, though.
Don't taunt me.
As they collide once again on the big game.
I feel like the game's going to get a little out of control.
This is the PokerStars.com big game.
Welcome to Las Vegas and what's sure to be another exciting week of the big game. With Joe Stapleton, I'm Scott Huff, where tonight in our state-of-the-art poker room, one internet qualifier will have the chance to go toe-to-toe with this table full of elite pros.
Bill Perkins, the businessman. He's an amateur whose mouth writes checks that his body can cash. He's loaded. He's starting with $105K.
Phil Locke up $471,000 lifetime on the big game. This week he has the chance to pass Justin Bonomo for the all-time lead. He starts with $100K.
They call him Elky because he runs like the wind and never gets cold. I just totally made that up. He's starting with 100 dimes.
Italian pro Dario Minieri has been brushing up on his poker for his visit to the big game stage. And that's all he's been brushing. He starts with $100,000.
Phil's nickname should be Nigel Tufnell because this one goes to 11 bracelets, that is. Perhaps the greatest of all time, Phil Helmuth Jr.
Tonight's loose cannon, Massimiliano Martinez, comes all the way from Rome, Italy. The 24-year-old student is now focused on economics after studying medicine for 4 years. Max is being staked $100,000, and he's with Amanda.
Max, this is your first time in Las Vegas. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling so good. This is my first time in Vegas. I'm so excited for this opportunity, and this city is amazing, full of light, everything shines.
Look at that table. Ton of heavyweights out there. A little bit nervous?
No, I'm not nervous. I just want to play poker. I'm confident in my game.
So what do you think would make this a successful week for you?
About 100K.
100K?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right, well, good luck out there.
Thank you.
Each cannon is staked $100,000. He keeps all profits above the initial $100K. And at season's end, the loose cannon who's won the most money earns a North American Poker Tour passport worth $50,000.
Gonzalez Cannon is the leading loose cannon for the passport at over $155,000 in profit, so Max will be shooting for that lofty number as well.
Hey, Dario, is your friend Max a crazy nutball gambler, or is he going to play tight, careful ABC poker?
He's a crazy guy.
We've all heard that one before. I'll believe it when I see it. In the meantime, I'd like to welcome Dario and Massimiliano to the show with the only Italian phrase I know. When you're here, you're family.
Isn't that the slogan for the Olive Garden?
That's right. Unlimited salad and breadsticks for everyone.
Action on the bespectacled Phil Helmuth.
Wait, where did the greatest poker player of all time go? Now all I see is Clark Kent.
Ditches the 7-4. Dario Minieri out. Elky 5-9 folds.
Interesting jacket on Elky. I wonder what Peter's stance is on clothing made from the skin of a predator.
You have to raise the button because it's a button raise percentage, so you have
Yeah,
to
I'm worried
raise it.
about my stats. I'm trying to get my stats going.
I'm always worried about
Phil raised it up. Action over to the cannon with ace-4 offsuit. Makes the call.
There it is. Yes. Out of the gate, we're playing cards.
It was only a min raise, but so far Max is a playa.
To the flop, 10 ace-3 rainbow. Martinez with top pair, Phil with middle pair. Martinez checks.
That's a Phil lock.
Like I'm going to bet that. Like I'm going to fall into that trap.
A little pot control from the cannon.
Deuce of diamonds on the turn.
Max's ace is still best. Now he's got outs to a wheel.
He bets 1,100.
How much, 11? That's a trap I can be in.
Locke does put in 1,100 more while he's behind. Ace of spades on the river.
That second ace hitting isn't so great for Phil.
And Max checks his trips.
Now I got to get out of the trap. Give me that special club. What's it called? A sand wedge? 2,200, I guess. That's a trap getting out. Perfect shot.
Locke fires 2,200.
Maybe not. Maybe I need another sand wedge.
I would also like a club sandwich.
Martinez.
Max is actually pretty lucky Phil bet here.
And raises to 5,600.
Pretty thin spot for a raise. Max actually has the worst ace possible.
All right. My thinking here is this is not a call in the long run.
Correct.
But why do I not believe him? The problem is if I call and I'm wrong and you win the money, then I'm going to believe you for the rest of the night. 149 hands where I believe you, and that's going to hurt.
We all love you for getting us the information, though. Because I want to see the hand, too.
I'm paying him off. I don't know how much is it.
He's got a pair of jacks.
4 or 5?
Ace 4.
Ace 4, yeah.
Easily the most steamed I've ever seen, Phil.
The Cannon's going to take our first pot of the night worth $15,800.
You know what? I'm steamed. I'm reloading. 50 more. I'm buying him for 50 more now. I want to have you covered in case something happens.
Good job. You put it on tilt in one hand.
Oh, one hand.
You got me steamed up, kid.
First hand of the night, and Max is already making friends.
So as Phil Locke reaches into his bag to add to his stack, let's take a look at the rules of the big game. Each table lasts exactly 150 hands. The action pre-flop is pot limit, then no limit after the flop. Blinds are 2 and 400 with a $100 ante, all of which is paid by the player on the button. And every player begins with at least 100,000 but can rebuy for up to 500K.
I think he's gonna be the best loose cannon there's ever been in the show.
I've just turned into the loose something.
Still early, but that was a heck of a start.
I'm probably not supposed to be so tilted, but I really am. Because I knew it was a bad call, and I'm just like, what am I doing there? Probably should have set all in for 100,000, because he's going to fold 4-5 then. And
Action on Dario Minieri. 6-4 offsuit. Folds. Elke out.
45K, that was the number.
What if he has his 10?
Then I lose 45K.
Locke calls 400 on Bill Perkins, the businessman. 9-5 offsuit.
Locke's limping.
What's a pot bet?
24.
Businessman raises it up from 9 to 5.
That's why we asked the dealer.
And Bill Perkins makes it 2,400.
In case you don't remember, the businessman hates money.
Phil Helmuth with a king. King, queen suited. Calls 2,000. And Locke calls.
So I both wanted to re-raise you, though.
I know you did.
So it's going to be the good, the bad, and the ugly to the flop.
Deuce, king, 10, 2 clubs. Helmuth with a hammer lock on this hand. Top pair and a flush draw. And he checks it.
I check to the power.
Locke checks.
Helmuth's praying by the power of Barry Greenstein. Please see bet here.
Perkins bets 7,000 with his complete air ball.
Oh, geez, a bet. What will I do? That's going to get old real fast.
Helmuth calls 7,000.
Good luck, boys.
Locke is out.
That was actually a perfect spot for a call. Perkins is very likely to keep barreling, and for Phil, there are very few cards he doesn't want to see.
Turn, ace of diamonds.
And that's one of them.
And Helmuth checks.
Even though that's one of the worst cards Phil could see, I don't think there's any shot Perkins can get him to fold here.
Looks like he's going to try, Joe. He bets 15,000. And Helmuth pretty much insta-calls.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that bet wasn't getting him out of there. Locke putting on his ski cap. I hope he remembered to rent the getaway car. See it, Kate Mantellini.
8 of hearts on the river. Helmuth checks.
The 8's not such a scary card to Phil. Let's see how much Bill Perkins really hates money.
I give up.
Not that much. He checks.
Just a king.
I didn't think you were going
Just
anywhere.
king, queen of clubs.
I give up. You got me.
That's how sick I am. I was hoping Phil Locke was going to raise it on the flop. I was going to ship my 100 on the second hand.
Yeah, get it in like a sicko with your 97% equity.
Helmuth wins a healthy pot there worth 52,000 bucks.
Still don't get Locke's hat. All I can say is they better put some extra security on the Picasso tonight.
Action on Elke with 10-9 offsuit. Folds as he should. Jack 9 of diamonds for Phil Locke. Raises to 800.
Min raise.
The businessman with queen 4 makes the call.
I would say that maybe Perkins is steaming, but he plays almost every hand, winning or losing.
Clubs again for Helmuth. Ace 4 this time. Makes the call. And Dario's in.
Phil's out of position, but it was a min-raised pot, and it's pretty common to see 3 guys all want to be in the pot with a rich fish. Perkins.
Flop. Deuce, queen 9 rainbow.
Check.
Phil checks. Minieri checks. As does Locke.
Gives up the lead. Well, we know what Perkins does when he's got nothing. Let's see what he does when he's got top pair.
Bets 4,000.
You've never seen me play with glasses?
Why'd you look at me? I don't have a hand. I don't have a hand. I don't even bet.
Look at you.
You've never seen me with glasses before, have you?
Yeah, we played the big game. No glasses last time.
Very strange for me to wear glasses. Is it on me? Yes. Sorry.
Guess the hearing aid's next.
And Locke makes the call with middle pair. Heads up to the turn. Ace of diamonds. Both players pick up flush draws.
That diamond's bad news bears for Locke.
Checks.
That diamond draw is probably going to keep Locke in this pot, but it would be super unlucky to hit one.
Perkins bets 15,000.
Perkins has overbet the pot, which is why Phil may look a little confused. This is such a great spot for Perkins.
And Locke's going to make the call.
Pretty rare to see a pair and a flush draw versus a pair and a flush draw. Sick.
Decent sized pot as we go to the river. Jack of hearts. Phil makes 2 pair.
Oh, man alive, did he just get lucky.
He checks it.
Perkins has overbet the pot twice, so it looks like Phil's just playing bluff catcher now. Board doesn't look so hot for Perkins' hand now either.
I got a queen.
That's a check. And Locke quickly shows him the suck out.
That's it.
I know. If I picked up a diamond, whatever.
I'm gonna lose. I have a queen.
Well, I'm gonna win if I miss. If I get a 3 of clubs in the river, guess who's barreling? Oh, wow, look at that, guys. Oh, my Lord. Oh, I'm begging for the diamond. I'm like, bring me a diamond so I can stack him. Oh, my
You
God.
donkey. Now I'm Steve. Now you got me. I'm buying in another 50.
By the way, I only won that pot because he got me steamed. I would fold the turn sometimes, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna win the.
I'm buying
I
another
can't fold
50.
the turn, but he bet a lot and whatever, and I was
Donkey.
thinking, I can't help myself.
With that win, Locke takes the lead from Justin Bonomo as the most profitable player ever on the big game. We'll see if he keeps it.
Oh man, I got lucky there. Wow, I really am lucky.
Now, some people say it's better to be lucky than good. Phil Locke is the deadly combination of both. Don't go anywhere. The big game is just getting started. Welcome back to Las Vegas, where Massimiliano Martinez hit trips to open the night and is off to a nice start. While Sin City's halfway around the world from his home in Italy, Max's goal this week is to bring down the house.
Sono Massimiliano Martinez e vincerò un sacco di soldi al big game. In Italy, I'm well known from the Italian poker community because I win a lot. In 2009, I was the second player for profit on game. And in 2010, I won the biggest Italian tournament, and I won about 41K. I'm a little bit confused. I don't know what I have to do in my life. I studied in the ag school, and after that I studied medicine, but now I stopped it because I don't want to be a doctor, and I want to do something else. I'm 24 years old, I have time. My dream is to become a poker player, so maybe if the game will go good and I win a lot, I have more possibility to choose my future.
Medicine and poker do have some similarities. Sometimes both involve a whole cam.
We gotta defend the Italy honor.
Yeah.
Best place to live in Italy is Rome.
Probably.
Rome?
Yeah, we both from Rome.
When I was there, I went to the Roman. They had these Roman, the steam rooms.
Oh, man, that's like such a layup. I can't even do it.
Max Martinez, the cannon with 10-9 suited. Raises to 1,300.
All right, loose cannon.
Ace-9 for Helmuth. Calls.
This is one of the best thing we have. Did you like it?
Minieri calls 1,300 with pocket sixes. Elke out. Lock gone. Bill Perkins, 6-3 offsuit. Why not?
We'll be saying that a lot this week.
Italy was the first place I went where I bought pizza by the kilogram. They weighed it, and they said, oh, you have like, 180, whatever.
Flop 8-4-7, couple of diamonds. Perkins checks his gut shot.
Phil Locke check. This is the Phil Locke check. No, notice the
He's two-handed check.
Sometimes he likes this. I like that little.
Looks like everyone's learning to play chopsticks.
You go get a ham sandwich.
Martinez checking his up and down straight draw.
Helmuth with nothing but ace high.
42.
Oh, Joe, he's got every backdoor draw imaginable.
That's true. He does have some backdoor draws.
Bets 4,200. Minieri quickly out.
Perkins still with a gut shot.
Businessman's done.
Max has 2 overs and he's open-ended, even though we know his 9's no good.
And Martinez makes the call.
Standard call.
Heads up to the turn. 10 of hearts. Max makes a pair. Phil is also up and down now.
Top pair for the loose cannon.
Martinez checks.
Phil's gearing up for a bet.
12,800.
You heard the man. 12,800 is the bet now.
So we're 3/4 of the pot.
I'll take this one now. You fold. I win.
I know.
He can probably understand complete sentences.
Well, this definitely isn't a fold.
That cannon showing some stones makes the call.
At this point, Phil should know he no longer has the best hand.
To the river, 7 of spades. Phil misses. Max's pair is still good.
Looks like he's thinking about betting it.
And he does. Fires 15,500.
This is a pretty small bet into this pot. It's sort of a blocker / merge. He's trying to bet a little less than what he thinks Phil would have bet. Problem with a blocker bet, though, is that it can sometimes look weak.
Raise it. 45,000.
Phil raises 45,000 more.
Now, Phil's the kind of guy that makes a lot of tight just calls, so this raise is pretty polarizing, which means either full house or nothing. It's a very tough spot for Max, since he's the one guy at the table who absolutely cannot reload. If he called here and he was wrong, he'd be left with less than 25K. I know what almost every other loose cannon would do in this spot.
Please don't have forceful.
What you got?
Huh?
What you got?
To recap, Phil has nothing.
And over half his chips in this pot.
You got fourths?
I might have forceful. I might not.
Sick level.
Okay, call.
Wow.
Good call. You win.
That pot worth over 160,000 bucks.
Absolutely amazing call.
Helmuth looks stunned.
Oh my God, what is going on? What is going on?
Tilt
oh my
juice.
God.
Get the tilt juice out for
hand, bro.
everyone. Have
Thank
a
you.
little sip.
Drink it up.
I can't make that call.
So sick.
No, I can't make that call. No, I can't make that call.
No, he bet 15,000 with the 10.
I block bet, so you can raise and bluff.
I can't do any of that.
I don't value, I block.
What? He's a machine. He's a beast. The beast from Italy.
Woo! Handing out some tilt juice to the table.
Now you know why Italy's so famous for its marbles.
And just 6 hands in, our loose cannon is already up over 85,000 bucks.
I'm steaming now.
Oh, you got some mean.
I know. Now I know. I mean, it's so brutal because now I know he's going to lose all his money to one of you guys, and I might go broke in the meantime. He put in 70,000 with top pair. I haven't seen that in a cash game in 2 years.
That was good, though.
He was right, but I haven't seen that in 2 years.
Now, Phil says he's visited a Roman steam room. Looks like he's in one tonight, courtesy of our loose cannon. Big game's coming back right after this. Welcome back to the big game where Massimiliano Martinez just saw through a Phil Helmuth bluff and now has an $85,000 profit.
He's going to take all our money.
No, he can't win because he's going to call one of you guys with top pair.
I said
never be
you're
good.
the best loose cannon as ever participated.
Best
in this
loose
show.
cannon, we'll see.
I said before this spot.
Yeah.
Helmuth folds.
Maybe the craziest.
You know, it's actually crazier for the loose cannons to think they could fold their way to profit.
God, I can't do those things. I don't have that in my arsenal, you know?
That was nuts.
Elke with 10-7 suited, raises
Oh
to
my God.
1,300.
Look out, everyone. Elke just got here.
Lock folds.
No, he bet out with a 10, no kicker. That's staggering.
But think of the percentage of his stack it would have been. I mean, amazing.
Perkins calls. Max with Queen-Jack suited.
More clubs out there than the Vegas Strip.
I don't think that he can survive because he's
I
going to make.
agree.
He's
I
going to.
think-
You agree?
I agree that that's too risky in the long run
nothing to
to
say
be
he
doing
Of
it.
course, of course.
To the flop. Deuce, Queen, 9, couple of hearts.
No, he can't help it. He's going to give it all to one of you guys.
The Europeans, the Northern Europeans can never help it, right?
I'm speaking the truth.
No, you're speaking your opinion, man.
Perkins has flopped bottom pair, but he was not the pre-flop aggressor.
Bets 3,500.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't do that,
Martinez calls.
Max has got top pair.
I don't know. I think that if there's a chance Max is being quiet, and that Max might have a vampire truth that he tasted and just said, I'm going to go with that truth. Because I've met fellow Highlanders, vampires, whatever, once in a while, and they have a taste. They know it can happen.
Ah, the Highlander vampire truth taste.
Perkins checks the 8 of diamonds on the turn. Martinez bets 6,000. Bill folds.
I'm giving him credit for the possibility that he's a mutant genius.
And Max wins again. Kill pot.
I'm giving Max. I'm saying, even though I think that's bad long run poker, I'm opening the door to the possibility you're a vampire genius.
Quick, someone get a mirror and a Sudoku puzzle.
So with that hand, Massimiliano adds to his impressive stack, which totals over 92,000 after just 7 hands. Phil Locke is the only other player showing a profit, while Perkins and Helmuth are in the hole early.
I thought Gonzalez Cannon's benchmark would be difficult to catch, but at this early stage, Max is clearly a viable threat.
He's a really great player, trust me.
He's a great player.
And I think you undervalued him, and this was your mistake, in my opinion.
That's it. By the way, that's a countryman supporting another countryman, if I ever heard it.
He's a good player, and he knows...
Now you change it to good player.
And
now what are you going to change it to? If he calls off 100,000 drawing dead 3 times, is he still a great player?
I don't know. I'm not the one to judge. I think he's a good player, but...
No, you went from he's a great player to he's a good player to you think he's a good player.
We still don't know if you're a genius or a donkey, bro. We don't know. We don't know.
Well, since I don't see Shrek hanging around the green room, I'm going to go ahead and say this guy is not a donkey.
Action is going to start here on Bertrand Elke Gros-Pellier, a guy who seems unbeatable in tournaments. Pocket 8s for Elke.
Oh my God, that's really happened too.
That is, yeah.
That is exactly
Raises to 1,300. Lock calls. Pocket 5s for Perkins, makes the call. Cannon out. Helmuth calls with a pocket pair.
4-person party to this flop.
I am going to check, Elke. Check.
So many
Dark
people
check.
now. I'm not so sure if I want a dog bet. I need to.
Flop, deuce 7 queen, couple of clubs. Helmuth is dark checked. Elke checks.
What is it called? Dog betting? There's a dog. Roof.
Lock bets his middle pair.
Dog betting is dark betting.
Oh, dark.
Dog.
They said dog betting.
Yes, Phil, dog betting. They were saying dog betting. Dog betting must be a Highlander vampire term.
Perkins folds. Helmuth calls the 3,200.
Yeah, I have to believe one of you guys.
Elke's going to fold the best hand.
With 3 people.
A little tight for Elke.
It's me and Phil.
To the turn. 6 of spades. Phil turns a set.
There can be only one.
Locke does pick up a flush draw. Helmuth checks.
Yeah, if he had 5 8 of spades, he'd be going crazy.
And Locke checks. River, 9 of hearts. No luck for Locke.
Looks like Helmuth doesn't want Locke to be able to check behind again.
10,000.
Helmuth bets 10K.
Locke's usually pretty nitty when he's bet into, and what is going on in his head right now?
Mr. Helmuth, you are the winner of this hand. You get all the money in the middle.
Locke folds.
Now maybe Phil can get an ironic t-shirt to go with those hipster glasses.
I have a real hand. No, I did.
So Phil gets a little back after that epic bluff fail.
I was 27.3% to call. There's a little computer chip, and
Must fold, vampire genius, brain malfunctioning.
We'll step aside while Locke resets his circuit board. Big game's coming back right after this.
Phil Helmuth is a great player, but 10 years in 2000 probably is one of the best. Nowadays, I don't think so. I don't think so. 150k pot, third hand. Okay, I thought, what the if I misread this hand, I'm the biggest fish on this game.
Sounds like the loose cannon's feeling pretty good about himself right now. Pretty good.
How do you say heart in Italian?
Cuore.
Cuore.
Grande cuore. Big heart.
Grande cuore.
Grande cuore.
That's Italian poker pro Luca Pagano joining Amanda this week in the lounge to help out with our coverage. As for the loose cannon, Joe, we're 15 hands in and Max is already up more than $90,000 in profit.
Took Gonzo 150 hands to set the loose cannon lead, and quite honestly, it's pretty amazeballs that he's more than halfway there already. I'm pretty sure amazeballs translates into Italian.
King Jack offsuit for Locke. Raises it up. The businessman makes the call with ace tray. Pocket 4s for the cannon.
turn, we were just shipping it.
He'll make the call. Helmuth out. Dario Minieri, 6-5 suited.
Dario getting some nice immediate odds.
And makes the call. Elke, king, queen.
Don't imagine he's folding.
And he does not.
Almost a family pot with Phil Helmuth being the dad who just walked out on them just because he didn't like the hand he was dealt.
Deuce, ace, ace on the flop. The businessman with trips.
Nice poker face.
Minieri checks.
Checks 6 high.
Elke checking.
I'm going to bet 36.
Phil Lock likes his king high. He'll bet 3,600.
I love Perkins' fake, perplexed look. Lock was the pre-flop aggressor, but the C-bet's not going to work this time.
Fake, perplexed look and the flat call.
I was just going to call it trips.
Like, we didn't know you were just flatting all the drama. You can save the Hollywood stuff for your scripts you make. There's a movie maker over here.
Perkins is also a movie financier. Now's when I make a joke about them all going direct to video, but I'd probably still kill to be in one.
Although I want to apologize to you and everyone at the table. After all that Hollywood, I should not have made that comment. It's a 5-handed hand.
Turn, deuce of hearts. Full boat for the businessman.
And it's out of etiquette order for me to make that comment during the hand, and I apologize.
He doesn't give any information on his hand, though. So
I'm not, it was wrong. Now it's heads up, I can talk smack if I want. I check, kid.
Lock checks.
But I shouldn't have said that while the hand was in progress. Don't burn up the little wood furnace too much.
I'm trying to see, can you spread that out, please? It's far away from me.
13-8 in the pot.
So far away.
It's like a solid, not like, it's not a Beamer.
It could be a brand new, nice car, like
could be
a Kia,
Sonata, that's what it is.
Whatever.
You don't want to just leave good enough alone. You gotta go jamming, making it into a bigger car. You know?
Yeah.
Perkins bets 11K.
Kicked it up to a Civic.
Wow, if I thought I could make it 40 and win, I would, but I don't think I can do that here.
You don't want none of this tilt juice.
You win.
Tilt juice.
Don't show me.
I have tilt juice.
Is it just me or does tilt juice sound gross?
So Bill Perkins gets some back, but he's still down over 36K.
I thought you were going to do it. I would not. I only.
Too easy for you to have just a simple 1-ace. Just too easy for you. You're the
I thought
guy.
you were going to check raise bluff me. You know you're still on my sights.
Perkins is a 42-year-old father of 3 from Houston, Texas, and earned his money in finance as a commodities trader. On his previous big game appearance, he won over 45K and was anointed the businessman after several run-ins with Phil H. He's also been known to sing, whistle, gobble, make weird noises, do the hustle, and impersonate a choo-choo train.
Well, he's yet to clash with Phil Helmuth tonight, but he could be starting another rivalry with the other Phil. Speaking of Helmuth, pocket fives. And he'll just call with presto.
Limpy, limpy.
Nieri out. Elke with 9-8 off makes the call. Lock folds and Perkins is out.
Perkins actually saw a hand he couldn't play. Did we get it on tape?
Martinez with big slick.
I wonder how you say big slick in Italian. All Italians are pretty slick.
And he raises to 2,400.
Including this one.
Helmuth quickly calls. Elke's done.
Well, round 1 of the greatest of all time versus online qualifier went to the qualifier. Here we go again. See, and there's Perkins with that whistling again.
8 tray 10 rainbow.
The cannon has missed, but he's first to act.
Well, we know what he thinks of Helmuth's play. He's reaching for chips. Maybe he's going to try to bully him here. Bets 2,600.
Phil may not hate this board.
Raise 3.
He doesn't. Raises it to 5,600.
I couldn't bluff him the first time.
You could do anything you want. You are the man with more bracelets in the world.
I tried. You called me last time.
Phil's raising here to try to protect himself from being outdrawn or getting bluffed on a later street, since there aren't a lot of turn cards he's going to like.
Martinez makes the call.
This can sometimes look pretty obvious, though, and our loose cannon showed pretty good instinct so far.
Turn tray of diamonds. Martinez checks.
It's actually a pretty good card for Phil.
And he bets 5,000.
Max doesn't really respect Phil all that much. He may try to outplay him.
I'm milking a little bit this hand.
I'm not comfortable talking about milking. Phil's table talk is a little polarizing. People are usually telling the truth or they're lying. I'm not sure what it is in this case.
And Martinez just calls again.
Looks like Max thinks Phil's just barreling.
To the river. 5 of spades, Phil with a boat, and he's loving this.
Helmuth catches another late game set. Max with nothing but ace-king high.
And checks it.
Phil's best chance of getting paid here is to try to make it look like a bluff.
Yes, Phil, you did river a full house.
22,000.
Fires 22K.
This is for 3/4 of the pot and could be a good way to level Max into thinking he's just trying to run another big bluff.
Thinking of calling me with ace king high?
Yep.
Probably king eye is good.
The loose cannon is now actually up a bunch, and if he wasn't afraid to make a hero call before, he might be less afraid to do it now.
If you lose this hand, you reload. You reload. If you lose,
Holy schmoly.
Yeah.
how much?
That's got to be music to Phil's ears.
How much should we do?
50 is minimum, max.
Yeah, I know.
For the record, this is Phil's 6th appearance on the show. He's down over 340,000, and he's only reloaded once. Looks like Max is seriously considering making this hero call.
He does.
You got a full house.
Pretty sure that beats ace high. And I know I don't say this often on this show, but well played, Phil Helmuth.
And round 2 goes to Phil Helmuth, winning over a $70,000 pot.
You never bluff, almost never. Never see you bluffing after the first bluff.
What are you talking
After the first bluff, I never see you bluffing.
Max has also never seen Phil bluff after the first bluff, and it just cost him. He just chunked off 35K. See if the loose cannon can recover when the big game returns right after this. Welcome back to the big game where Phil Helmuth just got some revenge against the loose cannon. After Massimiliano picked off his earlier bluff, Phil explained how he got the information to get paid off as we go behind the poker face.
So yeah, when I limped in with 2 5s, I determined at that point that I'm taking a flop. And you know, one of the other reasons why I limp with pairs is because I want to flop a set and have everybody in there. The loose cannon made like a max re-raise, which was, I guess, 2,000 more roughly. I called it, and the flop came 10-8-3. Now he bet 2,600. It just looked like he had ace queen or ace king to me right there. So if he had a real big pair, I think he would have bet more. So I raised him. I raised it to 3,000 more. I couldn't bluff him the first time.
You could do anything you want. You are the man with more bracelets in the world.
I tried. You called me last time. And he called. Now the 3-pair, and he checked, and I thought, I don't want to give him a free shot at an ace, a king, a queen, or a jack. So if I have the best hand, I'll bet 5,000 here, and I may or may not bet the river, depending on what comes off. I'm milking a little bit this hand. And he called. And now I'm thinking, just don't turn an overcard. And now the river was a 5. Bam, gin. He checked. Now, this is the guy that called $45,000 with a 10 no kicker. He's certainly going to pay me off with ace high or any pair. 22,000. And so I bet 22,000 and just praying he'd call. Thinking of calling me with ace king high?
Probably king eye is good.
And finally he called. That was a nice, really nice hand to win. If he called me with ace high, he played the hand really, really horribly.
Max did call with ace king high. I don't know if I would say he played it really, really horribly. Maybe just one really in front of horribly. Getting over a bad call like that psychologically is a trait reserved only for the best players and machines. And come to think of it, I haven't seen Max eat anything today.
Max, bad call. Not because it was a good call, but because now he's off tilt.
The entire audience is upset about that.
Action on Dario Minieri. 7-6, lets it go. Elke, ace-9 offsuit. Raises to 1,300, lock, jack-10. And Perkins folds out a turn, and Locke will make the call. King-5 for the cannon. Mux.
Ace jack max.
King-5 suited for Helmuth.
Ace high, ace high.
113? 13?
Doesn't make any difference.
Guys, the hand is over. Let's go.
3-way action to the flop. King, jack, deuce. Helmuth with top pair, checks it.
Elke missed.
And checks.
Locke has middle pair and what will often be the best hand.
And bets 2,200. Phil almost insta-calls. And Elke will get out of the way. Turn. 7 of hearts. Phil still best. Checks it.
The loser of this hand needs to put on a piece of clothing that's not black.
And other Phil checks. We'll see a river. 4 of diamonds.
This is a slam dunk value bet for Phil. Helmuth.
5,000.
And he bets 5K.
Let's see what Nitty Lock does in his Nitty cap.
I keep making all these tight folds. He's probably value betting king 8.
Heck of a read.
Lock folds.
No, if you had a king, you had me.
Phil drags another pot.
Well, I might have been bluffing that time.
And that pot of 14,000 gets Helmuth a little closer to even.
The Phils have been part of what's shaping up to be an extremely active table, both playing 10 of the 20 hands dealt so far. No player is below 30, and they all trailed the businessman, Bill Perkins, who at 65% lives by one of my personal mottos, any two will do.
And this shouldn't surprise anyone since Perkins finished his last big game session with a loose VPIP of 58%. And he's putting out a sleeper straddle.
Can you start?
But they were both red.
Can you start with your in this spot?
Yeah, it's a sleeper. It's a sleeper, it's a straddle, and if I call, it gets pulled back.
Thank you, Phil.
If I
If
do
you
it,
fold, it's a live straddle, otherwise
it's up to me to see if this is going to happen or not. Let's see.
if you make
King tray. Suited for Phil Lock. Calls.
Now you can do whatever you want.
You made it easy for him to call because he already had 800 in the pot. Well done, Phil.
And because he was calling anyway. Action folds around to Dario, who's out. Elke, queen 10.
I did raise. I have a legitimate hand, and I raised. I think this is a nice way to play the hand.
Calls.
Elke is going to play. Be careful. He's the best player we got. You know, we got to be careful.
Tightest. I'm the tightest.
Tightest.
I'm the tightest probably now.
All right.
Three-way action to the flop. 7, 10, 6, rainbow.
Elke flops top pair.
And checks it. Lock checks.
Perkins with bottom pair and a gut shot.
And he bets it, 1,700.
Perkins has been continuing more uselessly than the Pirates of the Caribbean sequels.
And Elke makes the call.
There's no way I'm playing a hand with Elke. I'm nervous.
He wouldn't be saying that if he had a set.
Turn 5 of clubs. Elke checks.
Well, now Perkins has got third pair to go with his gut shot.
Bets 2,500.
Board's getting worse for Elke, but this bet was for only about a third of the pot.
He'll make the call, and we'll see a river.
It's a weird bet.
It was a weird bet.
4 of spades on the end.
4 cards straight out there.
Elke checks again. The businessman, $8,000 worth of business.
Perkins bets almost 3/4 pot this time. I think he's bluffing. Elke's got top pair, but he's doing pretty bad against most suited connectors.
And he lays down the best hand.
What was that? I thought you were going to reship that at me.
You have it?
I had a pair. I just had a pair.
I had a pair too.
Yeah, but you surrendered faster than Napoleon did at Waterloo. Back with more of the big game after this. Welcome back to the PokerStars.com big game.
Guys, a round of straddles. Max is good. Phil, are you good? A round of straddles?
This game's good enough, Phil.
All right, no straddles.
Whatever.
I'm only doing it if everyone does it, you know?
You could do it if, like...
No.
Because
I'm glad we
I've
didn't do it, I'll
I've
tell
never
you
seen you give away any money before.
I try
Phil.
to not give away money. It hurts when I give it away. You know?
Right.
Perkins calls with a 3-2 suited.
Let's make it 3,000.
Phil raises.
Why?
Why not?
Because we're pot limit here in the Matrix Neo. That's why not.
So Phil's raise is actually to 2,400.
Big slick for Dario, and I'm not just talking about his hair. I smell 3-bet.
73.
And he does 3-bet to 7,300.
Super Dario, firepower.
That's the Dario I know right there.
Yeah.
The animal is back.
That's the one I saw on TV.
9-8 for Elke. Lets it go.
Maybe I just have a very beautiful hand.
Back on the businessman.
Wanted to play this hand so bad.
Business is closed.
No, I'm not really, I'm not really bluffing. No, you could have the
I
king
am
5.
bluffing.
Yes, good bluff.
No, guys, you wanna always see my cards. Whatever. I'm the fish. I can't show my cards.
I'm the fish. I can't show my cards. I love Dario Minieri. He's the nuts, man. He's great.
Everyone's waiting for me to bluff. Why do I have to show when I bluff? Then everyone knows when I'm bluffing. But I had a hand anyway. I had a hand. This time I had a hand.
I know you did.
Joe, we know that's not always the case with Dario.
Dario doesn't always need to have hands to put in a 3-bet pre-flop. So far, Dario's re-raising pots a third of the time when he's getting involved, which is more than the rest of the table combined. Super Dario is known for being super aggressive. Oddly, he only ranks third in coin collecting and tied for dead last at kicking turtle shells with 0.
Stick around to the end of the week when he'll save Princess Toadstool.
Actually, she's in another castle. Those are Nintendo references, by the way. Anyone out there under 40.
No, I'm down.
Cannon folds.
But I'm still in.
That's your worst.
14.
Helmuth raises to 1400 with King Queen. Super Dario.
You're gonna wait for me, so
Lets it go.
you capture your asset. I'm not gonna bluff you.
Elke calls 1400 with pocket fives. Ace 7 for Phil Lock.
I don't know about this hand. I'm gonna fold.
Folds. Bill Perkins with the computer hand. Perkins calls 1000.
Can we just record Huff on a loop saying Perkins calls? That'd save us all a lot of time.
All I need is a miracle.
8 Queen 5, all spades on the flop. Perkins and Helmuth both with top pair.
Elke flops a set. This could get interesting.
All I need is a miracle.
All I need is some earplugs.
4,000.
Helmuth bets 4K.
Phil's hand would be best a lot of the time. What's Elke gonna do with this set?
Just calls.
He's playing it doucement, playing it slowly. With a bet and a call, Perkins should be a little worried with top pair no kicker. But he's not.
No, he makes it 18,000.
Not worried at all. Phil's not gonna like this.
This is more like what I'm used to in this game. Me flopping a big hand and them raising.
I think he meant getting raised, but we all knew what he meant.
Helmuth folds, and maybe Perkins saved him some money there.
Perkins made what looks like a protection / bluff bet, but it's in a bad spot. I doubt he'll get Elke to fold a set.
And Elke makes the call.
And all Perkins needs now is actually a miracle.
Turn Jack of Hearts.
And Perkins is drawing dead. Whoa. Staring contest. Scary.
Well, he may be drawing dead, but he's still a live one. Bets 25,000.
The board really only got worse for Elke if Perkins has jacks or 9-10, so if he was good before, he's still good now. And this isn't a huge bet compared to the size of the pot.
Elke makes the call.
Perkins may be realizing at this point Elke probably has a legit hand.
River, 7 of diamonds.
Perkins picks up a second pair, but he's unlikely to be beating anything he wasn't before.
Check.
And now he checks.
Kind of a thin spot for value.
Elke checks.
2 pair.
Not so bad.
And Elke takes down a healthy pot worth almost 100,000 bucks.
Which 2 pair did you have?
The donkey 2 pair. Queen and the
5-7. Probably should shove.
I didn't know. I know he didn't have a flush, but I can't put him on a set.
So after that pot, Elke's now in the positive at over $40,000, and the businessman, Bill Perkins, falls deeper into debt, down almost 90. The loose cannon currently leads them all with a profit of $58K after just 30 hands.
Max won most of those chips after picking off Helmuth's bluff. It was a gutsy call, but if that's any indication of the cannon strategy, we could be in for a wild ride the rest of the week.
All right, guys, end of the night. Phil, looks like you made a new friend out here, huh?
Max seems all right to me. I don't have any issues. I bluffed my money off to him, and he made a very good call. You know, I mean, unfortunately, I'm so into the meta game. I'm like, boom, boom, boom.
Max, you having fun so far?
Yeah.
That's it, yeah? You're moving right along.
Yeah, it's too long.
All right, guys, that's it for tonight. I'm Amanda Leatherman saying goodbye for now. And remember, if you've got the cash and the guts, there's always a seat open at the big game. Good night, everybody.
See if Helmuth targets the loose cannon tomorrow, or will he go after someone else? For Joe Stapleton, this is Scott Huff saying so long from Vegas.
What's up, buddy?
Life is good, girl.
A little bit of a comeback, huh? A little bit.
Nice comeback.
What's up, Elke? We're gonna see you in lots of pots soon?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the tightest player here, but what can I do?
He waits for sets and then makes big pots.
Do you have any plans for Phil Helmuth out here?
I gotta get this donkey for calling me first before I get to Phil, but yeah.
Actually, I'm higher on his list right now than Phil.
Yeah, exactly. He's moved up the list.
The preceding program was sponsored by PokerStars.com.